Girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. The city's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Annie, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day. Girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Annie, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day. Girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so
Hey guys, I'm Lauren, this is Steven, and that's Matthew. We're from Ebb and Nova, and you're watching
Good Morning Frederick.
Oh, yes. Good morning, Frederick. Today is Wednesday, December 11th. I'm your host, Danny Gurry. In case you're not keeping track, quick update. Just 14 days until Christmas. That is basically 13 shopping days left. And if you're like me, I am once again this year scrambling. I don't understand. It's not as if Christmas changes the date at any time, but here I am trying to figure everything out. Have not wrapped one gift and still have a couple things to get for people, which is, I mean, you'd think by now I'd know, but oh well. If we're in the same boat, here's to it and good luck. We'll see what happens. I think it all works out in the end typically, but not without a lot of frantic running around, which I'd love to avoid one day. All right, here's a rundown of today's show. I'm going to go over what's happening in Frederick with all the events. I am the events queen, self-proclaimed, of course, but it is one of the best calendars in all of the land that has every single event on it that I can find, and you can access it anytime. And there's the bit.ly link, which is a short code. If you just go to bit.ly/EF calendar. Now, the E and the F do need to be uppercase. The calendar needs to be lowercase in order for you to find it. Of course, you can also go to the description of all of our live videos, and there should be a live link there for you. Oh, fun show yesterday, hey? Yeah. So that was a problem with StreamYard. So I redid the whole show. So if you were trying to hang in to see what the heck was going on yesterday and never was able to see it, it is on YouTube, redone in brilliant color and sound, which is awesome. So anyway, thankfully I was able to, reshare and get out all the great people we had on yesterday, which included Under the Hood with Tyler Mead to talk about snow and the salt and stuff on your car. We had the Girl Boss event, which is on Saturday, and talked to the assistant general manager of the Comus Inn. And of course, it was Tech Tip Tuesday and Mama Cohn's birthday, all yesterday. So anyway, please go back to the YouTube channel, watch the show. You can watch the individual segments. You don't have to watch the whole hour-long thing if you don't want. But anyway, it was a great show the second time around. I seemed much more polished than the first time, as usual. All right, Local Compass is on today, sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. Alexandra is in Germany and shows us the German Christmas markets. And now I know why everybody wants to go to Europe during Christmas time. And I also talked to Randy from Key City Athletic Foundation, and we talk about why offering lacrosse to all or any who want to participate is so important. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Ask a friend or two to subscribe as well. Want to welcome all the new subscribers. And if you just kind of hopped on here, you are peer pressured into subscribing, and you're like, what the heck is this show all about? Well, it's all about Frederick, Maryland, the people, the community, and the happenings. I'd love to get to 1,400 subscribers by January 14th. Right now, we're at 1114. So we're not that far away, only a couple hundred more to go. And I would love if you could help spread the word. And if you would love to listen to the show, if you're in the car or whatever, you can do that on the podcast. Just find it where you find your other podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeart as well. If you purchase some Good Morning Frederick merch, which I would love for you to do, this includes stickers, magnets, tumblers, t-shirts, fleece, hats, and beanies. I think and pins and chapstick. Stuff from $2 to $40. If you purchase any of that, 100% of the proceeds is donated to Blessings in a Backpack this month. So help feed our kiddos here in Frederick County by purchasing Good Morning Frederick merch. You win, kids win. That is literally the definition of the win-win. And we would love for that to happen. You can go into the shop for sure Thursdays to Sundays, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and sometimes open outside those hours as well if you happen to be driving by. All right, let's go ahead and get this Wednesday rolling. Got to thank the show sponsor. We help you move, no matter whether you're moving across the street or around the country. Nicholas and his team of moving experts make that process easy. We Help You Move is veteran-owned, and they support the Frederick community, and we like that. WeHelpYouMove.com. All right, let's move on to what is happening in this great town of Frederick, Maryland. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Intense Barbecue, family-owned barbecue food truck and catering company. They cook in small batches to ensure the food is as fresh as it can be, no matter where you have it. Find them at intensebarbecue.com. That's I-N, the number 1, the number 0, SEBBQ.com. Satisfy your meat tooth. Have to thank Rob and Robin, who did a taco bar for a Christmas party I had on Saturday. And they brought brisket, pulled chicken, and pulled pork with all the fixins. Small little slider rolls, Fritos, Tostitos, or corn chips, and all the toppings from jalapeno, sour cream, cheese, lettuce, all that great stuff. So it was a make-your-own nacho bar. Fantastic for the party. Everyone raved about it. And it was so easy. They came, they set everything up, they hung out with us, and it was really wonderful. So if you're looking for something easy over the holidays, contact Rob and Robin at Intense Barbecue right now and set them up because, so easy. Didn't have to worry about a thing. And everyone raved about it, which is also very good. All right. If you want to know what's happening in Frederick, go to promocircus.com. There is a tab called Everything Frederick Live. That's the name of the YouTube channel. And then it's calendar of events, or look on the description of the video you're watching now. You should see a live link to the calendar, which has all of the events going on for all of eternity. because some are just on repeat. And I don't know until they change it that I have to go in and change. Love to give you some freebies. Want to thank everybody so far who has won 10 Maryland Lottery scratch offs simply by texting GMF to 888-465-2944. That's all you got to do. Every single day, one of those texters is selected to win 10 Maryland Lottery scratch offs. And then on December 23rd, someone who has texted in GMF is going to win $100 worth of Maryland Lottery scratch offs. Could be in the form of a tree, could be in the form of a wreath. I'm not really sure. I won't know until next week when Gail brings it up. We're going to have it for you. I will display it at the Home of Everything Frederick until we give it away on December 23rd. And what a great way to ring in the holidays with some cash, because I guarantee you will win something with 100 Maryland lotteries, $100 worth of Maryland lottery scratch offs. It could be $101. Sometimes they do $2 tickets. I don't know. Could be a combination of those. They could even throw in a 5 here or there. But good to win, and you got to do nothing other than text, which is really easy. You can do it right now while you're on your phone. Come in and get an ornament. Last night for Mama Cone's birthday, a few people stopped in, and I just gave them an ornament and a chapstick and a pin for stopping in to say hey. So just know when I'm in the shop, you come on in. I always do a live to let you know I'm there. You're going to want to run in because I'm going to hook you up. And of course, we had people take the numbers off the wall and win some great prizes. Let's see. We had Shantae won a Good Morning Frederick long sleeve t-shirt. And I think Beth said she won a gift certificate as well the other day. So gotta love that. So stop in Thursdays to Sundays, or anytime you see the shop is open at the Home of Everything Frederick, 401 North Market Street in downtown. Come on in and say, hey, I want to get my free ornament and I want to do the things and get the gifts. And all you got to do is make sure you're subscribed to YouTube and you text the phone number, and that's it. You pull a number off the wall, you take that number to the desk. They're going to give you an envelope which has some good stuff in it, either coupons, gift cards, gift certificates. You never know. How about a self-guided holiday lights tour? Well, you're going to be able to do it in Frederick because we are adding every single day addresses in and around our county that have the houses decorated. And right now, the region, anybody who's got like a drive-through light show or walk-through light show or some of the larger regional shows, which are almost all ticketed. They require tickets to get in, and then there is a fee. There are a few that are free. You will be able to see on the descriptions of each of the points what the requirements are. But what a great way to get into the holiday spirit. You can throw everybody into the family truckster, put on some Christmas music, and grab some hot chocolate and enjoy a drive around Frederick County to see the lights. All right, today is December 11th, and you can take your pet to Frederick County Animal Control for a microchip clinic. I almost said free. It's not free. It's $20. You don't need an appointment, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Just walk in with your pet. They will be microchipped. That way, if they ever get out, they will be able to be returned to you, or you will be able to be located to let you know that someone's got your pet. Local high school sports, please support your local athletes by doing that, going to the games, basketball, volley. Let's see, what are we in now? It's winter, indoor track. Let's see, what else is winter? I can't remember. I always think volleyball's winter, volleyball's fall. Anyway, go check out your local high school athletes, support your local high schools. By doing so, you're supporting the students in your community. How about heading to Frederick Social for chess club at 5 o'clock or 6:30? If this weather breaks, I will be at the Festival of Lights down at City Hall in downtown Frederick. So yeah, you're going to want to check that out. I hope it doesn't rain all day. I'm going to have to look at the weather though. All right, tomorrow, December 12th, how about checking out the Inwood Christmas lights in Adamstown? They are taking donations to benefit St. Jude. 6 to 9 p.m., Santa and Mrs. Claus is in the fire truck heading around these neighborhoods: Village of Ballinger Creek, Farm Brook, and I can't see Kingsbrook. Kingsbrook is the other neighborhood between 6 and 9 p.m. So United Fire Company engine number 3, I should have included the picture, is driving around Frederick neighborhoods the next few days. So if you don't see your address listed either on their website or social media, you can always head to some of the public places in these neighborhoods to see it. And then it's sailing through winter solstice on Carroll Creek. I want to thank Fran Byrne for that photo, and amazing photographer he is. And he's got a calendar that is available at the Home of Everything Frederick, and you can pick it up when you stop into the shop. His photos are absolutely phenomenal. On Friday, there is a Christkindl market. Speaking of European Christmas markets, we're going to talk to Alexandra Bonn in just a bit, but there is one in Hagerstown from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Friday. And then at 12:30, you can check out Christmas Chronicles at Way Off Broadway Theater. How about heading to the Brunswick Pop-Up Market? That's going on from 4 to 7 on West Potomac Street. And the Kris Kringle procession is happening in downtown Frederick at 6:30. You don't want to be late. It is very crowded. Finding parking is tough. You're going to want to line up along East Patrick Street from the post office to Market, from Market to Second, and from Second to Tally, and the band shell is where you're going to want to line up. I would suggest maybe bringing a chair or a blanket to sit on, or be prepared to stand for a while. There's over 100 organizations participating in the Kris Kringle procession, and it's a great event. On Saturday, there are a couple cool things happening. You can do breakfast with Santa from 6 to 11. That's in Brunswick. And this event, we're going to be talking to a couple of the pastors tomorrow live on the show. But there is a free toy giveaway at Calvary Church in Walkersville. They told me they have 5,000 toys that are preschool to elementary age. And if you know a family who hasn't benefited from some of these other organizations who may have cut off the registration and all that sort of stuff, you can head to Calvary Church on Saturday from 9 to noon, or while supplies last, to get free toys for your children for the holidays. No child should be without something on Christmas, and we have plenty of organizations. I was at the Toys for Tots distribution yesterday, where families were picking up some of the amazing toys you guys have purchased, and we're getting them sorted with that. There's also, of course, Christmas Cash for Kids, which was done, and toys are being distributed for that. So tons of opportunities. If you are a family in need, this is another one. 9 to noon at Calvary Church. Or 10:30 to 4, you can get your pets photos with Santa at Central Dogma. And Maryland Double Deckers coming up to the final few. Holiday Lights Tour, Merry and Bright. Get your tickets, 5:30, 6:45, 8, and 9:15. On Sunday, you can head over to East Church Street, for Best Eastie's Brunch, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. There's more pet photos. That is at Attaboy, and Idiom Brewing is having its annual Grinchmas from 1 to 5 on Sunday. Coming soon. We got a lot of coming soons. On December 18th, you can check out the neighborhoods for United Steam Fire Engine Company where Santa and Mrs. Claus are coming through the neighborhoods. And then again, Merry and Bright, the 20th, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd are more opportunities for you to get on the double-decker bus and check out the lights. And on the 21st, it is the Jeep Holiday Parade in Urbana. They are doing that in support of Sleep in Heavenly Peace, which I need to call them. We do have some donations we've collected at the Home of Everything Frederick as well. So we appreciate those of you who continue to drop off new bedding, twin-sized bedding, for Sleep in Heavenly Peace. The Jeep Holiday Parade, they're looking for blankets for kids to, and they'll pick them up along the route. So if you have them, you're going to want to wave somebody down, or you can head over to Urbana Elementary or Urbana Fire Department to drop off your donation. And then there's more coming soon, including the candlelight tour of historic houses of worship. You can also purchase your raffle tickets to potentially win free groceries for a year from the Common Market. All you got to do is go to gorallyup.com/free groceries, and you will see the opportunity to enter and to help homeless pets by doing so. And then January 3rd, 4th, 10th, and 11th, wrap up the Merry and Bright tours with Maryland Double Deckers. And the 200th show of Good Morning Frederick is coming up January 14th. And we would love to have you there. It is an invite-only event. So if you want to be invited, all you have to do is text GMF to let me know, and we will be selecting some winners. Also, when you go pull those numbers off the wall, quite a number of those include invitations to the 200th show. And I can tell you, everyone who attends the 200th show is going to walk away with some goodies. More coming soon. February 5th, the African Americans of Excellent exhibit. I really, fingers crossed, tickets ought to be on sale tomorrow. February 8th, it's the Bootleggers Ball at Union Mills. Tickets are on sale now for that. And March 5th, we're going to have the African Americans of Excellent exhibit auction at Warehouse Cinemas. In the hallway there, you'll be able to see all of the artwork on exhibit, on display from February 6th to March 5th. All right. Woo. We have quite a lot that's happening here in this great town. That's what I love about it. Never, ever can you be bored. Well, there might be one week in January where there's not much happening. But other than that, I think you guys will have it pretty good. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to be back to chat with Alexandra in Local Compass by Antietam World Travel Service. She was in Germany and got a chance to chat with her. And she took tons of videos and photos to show us what it looks like at the Christmas markets. And then I got Randy from Keys City Athletic Foundation talking about how important it is for kids who would like to play a team sport with no cost. And we love that too. All of that right after this.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shadow family beyond compare.
Well, I know the Christmas markets in Germany and throughout Europe are very, very popular. And I got a chance to chat with Alexandra while she was at her home in Germany, her hometown, where she's from. And she got to show us and tell us all about the Christmas markets. Here's Local Compass sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. Time for Local Compass, your guide to worldwide travel, sponsored by the experts of everything travel, Antietam World Travel Service. Good morning. I'm with Alexandra Bond from Antietam World Travel Service. And you, my friend, are not in Frederick or the United States right now. Oh, seriously? Really? Today, this is what we're doing? Your guide? All right. We're going to try this one more time. I tell you. Okay, let's unload. We're going to... Can't go a day. Cannot go one day without something crazy happening. But thankfully, I don't leave the room because I know better. I got to get back here. So anyway, how's your day? Mine's excellent, as you can see. Let's see if we can do this. Time for Local Compass, your guide to worldwide travel, sponsored by the experts of everything travel, Antietam World Travel Service. Good morning. I'm with Alexandra Bond from Antietam World Travel Service. And you, my friend, are not in Frederick or the United States right now. You are in, is it Stuttgart, Germany?
Stuttgart, yep, Germany, yep.
And this is your hometown.
Yep, it is. That's where I grew up.
Awesome.
And I've been spending the last week and a half traveling around to visit Christmas markets and spend time with family.
Well, how wonderful is that? And I know we're going to show some video of the Christmas markets. What is it about the Christmas markets in Germany? I know a lot of people who go, that's one thing that they seek out.
So it's a tradition that starts always right around the first Advent, where people just gather, and there's different markets, the small ones that are maybe only a weekend or 2 weekends in smaller towns. There's still a lot of homemade cookies and homemade crafts and everything offered. In Bavaria, southern Bavaria, you have a lot of wood carving where you can get nativity scenes and nativity sets and different things for your nativity. In the northern part, it's a little bit different. They'll have pottery, they have handmade scarves, hats, gloves, things like that. And then there's, of course, lots of malt wine, lots of different food, which will change from the region.
Okay. Yeah, that's very cool. So you get a taste of each local area based on the market that you're attending, whether they specialize in like the wood carvings or different artisan products. That is really, really cool. What is the one thing I know for you? It's very special, obviously, because this is where you're from. So I'm assuming you get to catch up with lots of family and friends while you're there.
Yes, and it's also a very social activity. Lots of people meet after work on the weekend. You get together, you have something to eat, you have something to drink, you walk around. So it's more of a social event, even for the locals, in addition to a lot of the foreigners and tourists that will come to visit the markets.
Yeah, and so as a travel agent, obviously, if somebody is interested in traveling into Germany during this time of year, you are literally the expert from here. Also, obviously, other places throughout Europe too. What would you say, like this time of year, other than Germany, would be top places that people would want to visit to kind of get that winter Christmas feel?
So there's markets everywhere in Italy, Switzerland, Austria, Germany, France. So they're all over. And I've been probably to more than 100 of them, even in Vienna. I have clients actually that are ready to travel. Some of them are going on a river cruise, which will encompass certain Christmas markets. And it's an easy way to do that because you get on the ship for 7 days and every day you can see a different Christmas market. Some clients will just pick certain cities and stay and do Christmas markets. The bigger cities have 5, 6, 7 markets in one town.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And then there are also tour companies that you could have a designed itinerary in advance that will take you to different places.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. I love the idea of the river cruise for your first visit because it really does. I like the river cruise idea because it's a little bit smaller. The stops that you make are a little bit more accessible in some of the bigger
Mhm.
cities without these huge ports. So you're able, like you say, just to wake up and be in a new town each day and check out what you like, and then maybe you go back on your follow-up trips to those
Right.
particular cities. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Um,
And
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, and we custom design itineraries too. So, I tell clients if they don't want to drive by rental car, then it's important to pick cities that are easy accessible by train, where they can see more than one market, and also have some culture and history, sightseeing and experiences on top of that. But that's really fun too.
Yes, and obviously this is the biggest reason why you want to work with a human person travel
Hmm.
agency so that you
Yeah.
can actually go in and talk to Alexandra or her colleagues about the type of trip you want so that it
Mhm.
can be tailored specifically if you are like me and not a big outdoorsy person in the sense you don't like to hike or do these extreme things. You just want to shop, or you might just want to eat, or you might just want to have some cocktails. That can be tailored
Mhm.
specifically to you.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you guys take time to get to know people and learn about who else is traveling and what concessions may need to be made and all of that good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
Yeah.
and some clients, they have an idea because they've seen a picture or something. And so it's always important to let them know too, because sometimes they see a picture of a village, but it's not accessible by train, or it's so small that, you get there in a half a day in a Christmas market that's very small is it. And then you have to move on. So we
Right.
do try to guide them to make the right
Yeah.
decisions.
Well, it is important. It happens here when I worked in the travel industry way back when, and I'd have people from Australia or New Zealand come to the US. They want to see what they've seen in the movies, and you
Hmm.
have to tell them that that's not real. And there isn't this, although those ski chalets in the Alps may exist, like you say, A, it may not be affordable, two, it may not be accessible. So, or may not make sense if you're only going for a week
Right.
to spend 3 days getting somewhere that doesn't make
Yeah.
sense to you.
And
Awesome.
the biggest thing is we can't predict the weather. I mean, I've been very fortunate. It's been just about 30 degrees pretty much all week. So it's pretty cold, but we've had no snow. Now today when I left by car to come to Stuttgart, it started snowing a little bit, but by the time I drove 100 miles, the snow was gone. So now it's just cold and dreary.
Yeah.
But people have to be prepared and dress warm and everything. It's really, that's one of the things that, it's not for somebody who likes warm beach vacations
Yes. Not
necessarily.
not this time of year, of course. But if
No.
you do want kind of that now, I mean, typically you guys would you have snow right now, typically on the ground, or does it come later like here?
Well, I've been coming for years and years, and we've had snow some years, and sometimes it's been 50 degrees and it doesn't feel like Christmassy at all.
Right.
But we take it the way it comes. It's
Yeah,
just the way
similar
it is.
similar to here, right? In
Yeah.
Maryland.
Hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
and it's been pretty cold here too, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I
no
hear.
snow. We haven't missed you. Well, enjoy your time with
Thank you.
friends and family, and we will make sure and show everyone the wonderful Christmas markets in Germany, and we will see you when you get back stateside.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks so much, Danny.
Thank you. Okay, we got through that. Very good. How awesome would that be this holiday season or any holiday season? You got to go chat with the folks at Antietam World Travel Service and they can get you hooked up with that. All right, one more quick break. Then we're back with Randy from Key City Athletic Foundation. He's going to talk about why it's very important that this organization continues forward to help kids who want to play the the sport of lacrosse to continue. That is coming up just after this.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art's splatter room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
And Tina, A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're located right here in Frederick. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding. They also take care of your windows and gutters and even can build you a new patio or deck. Give them a call now, 301-703-2157, or email info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, because you watch Good Morning Frederick, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement, or $50 off any roof repairs, but you have to let Sandra know this is how you found her. Call 301-703-2157, email info@ansconstruction.net, and let her take care of you. I would call her now. If you're thinking that there's any issues, or even if you're looking maybe to late winter, early spring to build a patio or deck, now's the time to call. Okay, I had the chance to chat with Randy from Key City Athletic Foundation. They are really trying to get kids involved in local sports for no cost or low cost. And I think they found the way to do it. But we talk with Randy about how everything got started and where they are now. Pleasure of speaking with Randy from Key City Athletics Foundation. You know, I fell in love with lacrosse. I think my son was about 8 or 9 years old. And you are bringing the game of lacrosse to pretty much anybody who wants to play it. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely, Danny. That's really a lot of the reason why we exist. Is it shouldn't be, taken away from anyone at no reason of their own. Absolutely.
Yeah.
When I picked up a stick, I was god awful. I mean, it was one of those, like, I started playing it my whole childhood, playing a ton of sports, but then lacrosse, a bunch of my friends, they were kind of telling me, we had 2 middle schools that merged together into one, and they brought up this sport, lacrosse, and I'm sitting here thinking, what in the world is lacrosse? Because I was a baseball guy growing up from probably about 4 years old all the way up to high school. And yeah, so they convinced a bunch of, friends convincing friends, and like, all right, we'll try it out. I would go from lacrosse practice to baseball practice, but I definitely wouldn't say I played. The coaches pulled me off to the side and like, yeah, once you can scoop up this ground ball, we'll let you come back into the drills.
You gotta learn the fundamentals, right? The basics.
It was rough, but that made me grow a love for the sport. And so it was my freshman year of high school. That's really when I started to pick up the sport. And then because I was not the best at the sport, that made me grow a love for it and want to get better at it.
When did Key City Athletics Foundation start?
What's the biggest thing you remember from 2020?
You mean the pandemic that might have happened? One?
That's where I look at that and I start to ask myself where did all of this start? And it's it hits home for me, and it's hard. Sometimes it is hard for me to tell it because it means a lot to me, and it really is one of those to where the people that have come and gone through the foundation and that have come and gone and have helped me kind of become who I am, that's where I saw that in 2020. We had probably one of the best seasons that I've ever seen going into one of the high school years. I also coach at Walkersville High, and the coaches were having a great time. The players were having a great time. And then it was just one of those, you could see the writing on the wall. And one night it crushed my soul. And that's where I would say for me, it even drove it home even more for myself. And I'll never forget getting messages from the kids of them screenshotting Twitter. And they're just like, it can't end like this, coach. And you just never really realize how much people's lives are being impacted because we're so focused on ourselves all the time and kind of like day in and day out. And so That's where for me, I'm kind of a tough love kind of guy at times. You can ask Nick, you can ask the other coaches, but there's also a level of empathy that I've learned from this foundation. And
Yeah.
yeah, seeing those kids and knowing that that's their world and that's what they know. And if you can't take a step outside yourself and realize that they've worked day in and day out to kind of see the fruits of their labor and to have it just thrown away, that's all they know. And that's 2 years after when the foundation started, really. And that's going into that was where I saw these kids when I started coaching at Walkersville that we had a very huge disparity in skill level. And I started to ask myself, like, why is that? And then I also started to talk with the kids and try to figure out, like, who they are, why they're here. And some couldn't afford cleats, and some
Yeah.
didn't even want to play because they couldn't afford anything. And so that's really where we started in 2018. I'm like, well, we have to figure out how to make it so that this kid could play and a couple others. And so we started with the Reindeer Games Indoor Box Lacrosse League in 2018. And that's where we were raising the funds for Walkersville. And then we were also giving the funds to Blessings in a Backpack because just as important as it is to provide opportunities, I think, for other people, I think it's just as important that we teach the kids around us like how much it means to give back and how much more you can receive from that. So I said, hey, half of our money is going to go to this organization and then half will go to the actual like high school program so we can get equipment for the kids. And so
Yeah.
from there I saw that kind of gap still, and I'm like, this isn't going to fix anything. It's going to be a temporary fix. We started the foundation and what it truly is now. How can we turn this into a different business model that it really provides kids and all kids an opportunity because it's not their fault that they can't afford them. Usually it's of circumstances that they can't even really do anything about. And so we started with a free business model. The goal is to do it for free. And it was very ambitious. And I also started to see that we are where we're at today now because it's shaped and molded. And saw some people don't really appreciate free. When you're given stuff, it's not appreciated. So now we found that balance where it's like we have families that they want to pay, and we have about 33% of our athletes on some sort of scholarship or payment program so that way they can be a part of our organization. And we have a payment model that's still, we're not, taking tons and tons of money. No one's making money. I'm not making money off of it.
Right.
Rob Shoemaker, who's like crushing his face right now as our new director of lacrosse, he's not making any money out of this at all. And you look at this
Right.
dude, and that's where I say in 2020, that's where it really started because I thought it was about to end. And I was like,
Yeah.
we just put in 2 years of work, and it's like our momentum's gonna get killed. And then we had people like Sonia Shoemaker, Becky Rice, and Jackie Pierce. Jackie, someone who came to just drop off goods for ship. And I was like, well, do you want to be a part of this thing? And she's like, I'm in. And from there, we had meetings after meetings on Teams or Google Meet.
Sports teaches, we all know, so much more about life than you probably even realize as an athlete when you're playing. But there's so many other things that go into playing a sport. And I think that when people realize that, then they understand how important it is to open these opportunities up to as many kids that want to play.
I think you really kind of nailed it on the head there when it comes to the difference it can make. And that's the one thing I noticed is that there's this point in high school for these kids particularly, I think, where there's many that will come to this split in the road, and it's like an inevitable split in the road to where it's like they could very easily go down one path of it might be harder to come back from. And
Yeah.
I've seen firsthand just from the way I've had assistant coaches interacting with kids and seeing how they kind of mentor them. And oftentimes it's happening because we're lacking some level of mentorship from
Yeah.
our immediate social circle. But the one thing that I do love about our organization that I've seen and is really our vision, it's bridging the opportunity and cultural gap in youth sports. And people ask us like, well, what's the opportunity? And then what's a cultural gap that you're looking to bridge here? And I'm saying, well, opportunity is one. First, look at our organization. I don't want you to look at us as in like we're the Bad News Bears or something that's we're an organization that wants to help teach our kids competitiveness and how to win. However, we don't want them to come to us and be like, hey, are you looking for a club and travel organization just to get to college? If that's all you and your family want, then we might not be the organization for you. And so it's like, okay, are you looking to come to an organization to be a part of a family, to understand what it means to give back to community and be an overall just good person? Then we want you to come to organization. And if you want to go to college, then that's an inevitable outcome that we hope to give to you and provide those opportunities. And we're not just looking for beginner athletes. We're also we have some unreal kids with talent that I've seen. And we have some that are coming from areas that they might not have gotten the notoriety. And
Yeah.
this kid, his name's Nick, already getting Division II looks, never like probably would have seen it, but I know the dude is a stud. And it's like that opportunity here to where
Yeah.
he may have been in this location. Now he's seeing a different culture of athletes, and we're blending that now to see. Don't look at lacrosse as, it's just this type of individual. It's like, no, we want other people from other sports, whether it's hockey, like you mentioned, basketball, football, to actually hopefully do more than just one sport too. For me, that's the ultimate goal, is to push them to be experiencing other cultures of that.
So keycityfoundation.org, if anyone wants to jump in and help, if they think that this is something that speaks to them, or certainly if they know of any kids who may be interested in or did play lacrosse and are no longer playing for whatever reason, they might be really good to have you guys get in touch with.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say that anybody that wants to get involved, we have partnerships that we're looking to build, both with nonprofit partnerships and also for profit, because we're looking to build some sort of leadership programming for these kids where they can actually get experience in the workforce. We have Emerald Technical Solutions. They've been a massive sponsor of us. They even have their own internship called Defense Interns. And I mean, it's been like one of the most humbling experiences to see all these other organizations. And part of our mission, and we really operate off the 3 pillars, and that's, so number one is the youth, is what we're doing impacting our youth. Number 2, our community. Are we impacting our community and providing opportunities for people to get involved? And then 3 is other nonprofit organizations. So everything we do, we always try to bring other organizations in. We've worked with Blessings in a Backpack, Girls on the Run, Toys for Tots, the Humane Society, Athletes Serving Athletes. We have the Student Homelessness Initiative Project. And so every free clinic we have, if we can get involved with those other nonprofits, we want to try and be able to provide things for them. Additionally, if there's volunteer opportunities for our kids, we're trying to push them to do that, to say, hey, this can also help you with, something in your future, as far as if you want to get involved in environmental sciences. That would be a huge partnership that we're looking here in the future. If there's any other nonprofits that are looking, that's how we can help both our kids develop and hopefully provide some sort of give back to you all. And it's been just, absolutely amazing to see the community come together.
Well, I love what you're doing. I can't wait to see what the next few years brings. I know it's going to be awesome, and I'm always here to support however I can. This is Randy, and he's keycityfoundation.org. Reach out and check them out, because I think it's going to be a great program for kids all through Frederick County. So thank you so much. Oh, well, I just cut that right off right before he said thank you. Well, there you go. That is Randy. keycityfoundation.org. Check it out if you've got a kid who might be interested in playing and it might be cost prohibitive for you. Just check them out and see what they can do for you. I know that they'll be able to help you, at least even pushing you in the right direction. All right, coming up tomorrow, we're going to speak live to the pastors who are doing the 5,000 toy free giveaway for families in need on Saturday at Calvary Church in Walkersville. And it's really great what our community has done to support families in need. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick, please. Have an amazing day. Let's get out there and let's be great, Frederick.